I'm Lexi Gold, your girl for all things fashion, hair, makeup, and beauty related. And today, I want to introduce to you guys a new idea of mine that I would like to call Face Chart Fridays. Now, if you're not familiar with face charts, they typically look something like this along these lines. So every Friday I will choose a new face chart to recreate, tag the original creators, of course. If you make some, or if you would like to make some, or have a look that you want me to recreate, please tag me. I would love to do your looks. And now let's get into the segment. So today's face chart of the day is going to be none other than our favorite Cleo Nile. And this is by EG Makeup Art on Instagram, I think. But isn't that beautiful? This is what we'll be recreating today. Now, the eyebrows are pretty normal, so I'm just going to do my eyebrows off camera, and then I'll come back so we can get into the eye look. 2016 brows for the win. So, you know, I use my old reliable Anastasia dip brow, and I just prime my eyelids with the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. Now, to get into the eye look. So to start off on it, I think I want to start with the brown shade, and then we'll kind of work inward. So we'll start with the dark brown. Start on the browns. I'm going to be using the P. Louise If the Crown Fits palette, and I think I'll start with the color Storyteller and then kind of blend out with My Hero. I hope you guys can see everything, but I'm just gonna be packing it down with a little tiny brush like this. And I like to use tapping motions before I start trying to blend. And then we kind of want to go with this shape right here. And it's okay if it looks messy. It's okay if it looks messy because we're going to blend later. But let's just get that all stamped down before we move on to the next color. Now that you have your shape down, now you can start kind of buffing it out before we go in with our next color. So you just kind of want to go in small little swirling motions. You can use the same brush, it's no big deal. But just kind of diffusing that edge, so when we add the next color, the blend is seamless. And you want to go in with a light hand, like don't be digging in your eye. It's not necessary. Light hand. If it helps you, hold less of the brush. Hold it by the tip, because you have I feel like you have less control that way. And that's good. Doesn't have to be clean. Now I will say this color showed up a little more on the purple brown side than I wanted it to. So to kind of combat that and kind of bring it more warm, I'm going to be using Jokes on You instead of My Hero, which is a little more red. And then you kind of just want to lightly go around the edges and on top of the color you already placed. You see how it's already doing what it needs to do? Already. Now that that's done, you just want to take a plain brush with no product on it and then just blend out the edges even more. Now that our brown base is done, laid out, we're gonna move on to the teal cut crease. So in order to get that cut crease shape and make sure that our brown doesn't bleed into our teal, we're going to take some Vaseline, cut out our crease, and then wipe it away, and then we'll have a clean base to start over with. You don't have to go crazy. Just get a little bit on the brush. I meant to ask too, like, who is you guys' favorite Monster High characters? Of course, Cleo is my favorite, but I also love Draculaura. If Draculaura and Cleo had a baby, it would be me. It would be me. I promise you that. And we're gonna take a makeup wipe and the back of some tweezers and clean up all where the Vaseline is. And then you'll wrap it like this. Now that that's all out the way, we're just gonna recut it with concealer. So they're definitely looking like cousins, not sisters or twins, but it's okay. We're doing this to learn and practice with ourselves. In order to get the teal color, I will be using the Book of Spells Droplet of Magic palette from P. Louise. And I think that, sorry, the paper's still in there. This color is absolutely perfect for it. That's the one. So actually, to start off this look, I'm gonna be using, oh, it's this way, Secret Potion, and then I'll go into Phantom. So starting with Secret Potion. I'm gonna get a lot on the brush and lightly tap it on. If you press too hard, sometimes it can make a funny look. You don't want that. Just trust me. I'm kind of gonna go about halfway with the light shade, and then the other half I'll use Phantom. And also, don't worry that it's not connecting yet. I'm gonna use a smaller brush to get in there in detail so it kind of doesn't mess up what I got going on. Clap for the pigment though. Clap for the pigment. Go ahead, P. Louise. Every time I get re-impressed. Let me get me a smaller brush. Hold on. Now that that's looking all good, now we can go into Phantom and fill in the rest. And then I'll darken it after that's already put on. That's what my brain is telling me to do, I hope. The unfortunate thing about face charts is there's no tutorial. You kind of gotta look and wing it. Like, I don't know how it was meant to do. And they're not on real faces. So sometimes when things are flat, it's a lot easier to draw the look that is supposed to look like that. But like on your face with dimension, it's not the same. But this is why we're challenging ourselves. We have to challenge ourselves so we can become talented people and say, yeah, I can do that. Yeah. I kind of like, I'm regretting my decision still. I kind of like this shade, and I kind of wish I would have did it all the way through. Oh dear. Too late now. We kind of just gotta go with it, because whatever I do to one eye, you're gonna do to the other one. Otherwise, it's gonna look crazy. So, just pack it on, pack it on, pack it on. Maybe I'll try to bring the lighter color more on top of it too, though. You think that'll fix? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, the pigment is just so gorgeous, so I can take it. See, look at go. Hey! This one's with something around. I don't like. Okay. I'm gonna go with my little brush and kind of fix up this white, and then we'll kind of put the lighter shade more over here in hopes that'll fix it. And if I click back and it look better, then I did what I was supposed to do. That looks way better, doesn't it? Like I said, I just cleaned up where the concealer and the eyeshadow met and brought this shade in farther out. That did what it needed to do. So next, I'm gonna cut right here so I can do the blue liner on each side, and then we'll get into the gold. I think we're coming together for real though. We're coming together. For the blue eyeliner that's gonna go across the sides, I am going to use this face paint shade from Mayron Makeup. And this is water activated, so you just dip your liner brush in some water, put this on, and then this should work, hopefully. Is that doing what it's supposed to do? I don't really know. I don't really know. And then another one a little further out. Don't know how to feel about this at all. Does it look goofy? Too late. We're gonna do the other side. I'll be right back. Now that we've got this, I'm going to start my face makeup because the gold kind of goes on to my face. And then I'll be right back when we're at that step. All right, now that our base is mostly finished, we can get back to the eye. So I'm gonna go back in with the brown shades that we used from earlier and start to smoke out my bottom lash line. That looks absolutely nice. All right. This one's a little lower. Yeah, this one's bigger. So now, according to the picture, we can just go in with like a normal gold eyeliner, except for it's gonna kind of go farther and more down, and then it's gonna connect to like the inside of your, not the tip, not the end tip, but like a little further in is where the liner will stop. Let's give it a go. For said liner, I will still be using the Mayron face paint palette because there is a gold shade right there. So I'll be using that. This is where we are. I might have just ruined everything, but we're gonna continue. I'm gonna do the other eye and I'll come back. Now I'm just gonna work on the little gold ones that are kind of just going up from the inner corner. Seems simple enough, just, I don't know, I hope. I'm fighting for my life out here, okay? All we can do is pray that lashes will help. I just wanna, I wanna start here and extend it afterwards. That was kind of far. I took it into my eyebrow, but that looks about right. And I'm just gonna extend it downwards. I like that. I kind of wish it was more. I don't know. Pretty. It's just getting harder by the second, but I guess now I will try to do these gold ribbon things that are coming down, and we just gotta hope and pray for the best. Hope and pray for the best. That's all we can do. I hope y'all are praying for me. So now I'm gonna use one of these little nail art tools that's kind of circular, and use that to do the polka dot looks on everywhere. I'm gonna start with like the blush part over here, how she has the teal blush, and kind of put that on. And then work for orange in the middle. And I'm still using the teal shades that I use in my eyeballs. That's definitely. Okay. At this point, it's definitely just getting worse. It's definitely just getting worse. And that's sometimes what I mean by things can look better on the picture than it can when you resonate it to real life. That combo is terrible. But let me move on to the little ribbon pieces, and I'm gonna extend the blue like it is in the picture. Throw on some lashes and hopefully we're done. Okay. I'm going to put on a little bit of highlighter and some lashes, and we'll come back to discuss our final thoughts. All right, and this is our final product. Now, what do we think? What do we think? I think this is probably one of the worst looks I've ever put on my face, but this was a trial thing, and maybe I'll try it again in a year and I'll have gained 10 million skills and I'll actually be able to pull off this contour situation and better liner. But it was fun nonetheless, and I can't wait to do the next one. So if you have an idea for one, shoot me a DM, tag me in it, and I do it. In comparison, what do we think? It's not that far off. It's not that far off. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I hoped I would. But don't forget to like, follow, subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram at lexigold, LEXXI.GOLD, or TikTok under the same name without the period. Catch you later.